What's going on? Sorry it's been a while. Today we are going to be filming a review on the Matco MaxMe scanner. Got it kind of set up over here a little bit. First of all, that's the scanner. Comes in a kind of synthetic leather case. Comes with a couple pouches. You can put your OBD2 connector in there, or you can put it inside. It clicks into the side there. So charge cords and everything can go in there. Zips up. It's got some padding, kind of like a laptop case. So that is the scanner. I've got it plugged in. It's got a 5 megapixel camera on the back, the front facing camera with flash. It's not the best camera ever, but you know what? It works for, you know, whatever I need it to. It also has a forward-facing camera, and I think that's like a 2.5 megapixel, so it's not, that one's not that great either. Obviously, charge port right here on the top, headphone jack. Also have SD card slot. Right now I have a 128 SD card in there, I believe, or maybe it's a 16. But anyway, I had a 128 in there, and a mini HDMI. So you can hook up that to a TV or a monitor or whatever you need to. Go ahead and turn it on here. There'll be your home screen. This is an open Android tablet, so you can run apps on it. Here's the camera. So not too bad. I mean, under good lighting, it actually is really not a bad camera. But it does definitely suffer in low light. That's a photo I took with it on a Ford I worked on. So yeah, I mean, not too bad really. Let's see. I mean, obviously it'll run most Android apps. There's a couple I found that will not work on here, but for the most part, most of them work. We'll go into the actual scanner. So when you open it up, here's what you'll see. I've noticed this scanner is actually really fast. It's a launch based technology, actual software on it. It's built by Launch. This one obviously is the MaxMe, so it is a monthly subscription. Right now I just pay the whole $105 for the month for all makes, all models. So when you click run, it'll go through that. So here are the makes and models that, you know, obviously if you don't pay the subscription, you can actually use it as just an OBD2 scanner, which is nice. But I mean, Acura, Aston Martin, not that we work on a whole lot of those here. Actually, I've never seen one. So Audi, Beamer, Chrysler, you know, we'll just scroll through here real quick for you. So, I mean, all the major makes and models. You can go in and hit edit subscription, which would be update MaxMe subscription. So if you wanted to go in and update and maybe pay for, you know, just Ford, GM, and Chrysler, like domestic, or you wanted to go European, or you wanted to go Asian, you could do that. But if we run MaxMe, it'll load up here. Obviously it has Identifix here, updates, browser, apps, which I believe is just your camera and your browser. Profile, your connector, which is that right there, the OBD2 Bluetooth dongle. Diagnostics, we'll just run demo here, entering demo. So system scan, this is about what it would do when you have it hooked up to a vehicle. So it'll go through and it'll search out, and really this thing does just about anything I've found. I mean, it really is kind of a dealer. I've used WinTech, which is really nice for the Chryslers. I've used the Tech to Win. I've used the GDS2. I've used Ford IDS. Being in an independent shop, you can't afford to have all of those unless you are very, very, very busy and make a lot of money. And therefore, you know, you might be able to afford all those, but, you know, at the shop I'm at, we can't. So I bought this scanner when I was going to go out on my own. So, yeah. I mean, I've really noticed a body control module. You can go in and clear codes. You can actuate tests. So you can go in and actually turn on the left turn signal. And the nice thing is you can go and click monitor. So you can go through and you can add and watch the data as you're messing with it. So say you have a, what am I trying to think of here? Say you have, like I've used this to test, I'll go into engine here, an evap system, and I had what I thought might have been a, sorry guys, I'm drawing a blank here. I thought it was a evap, the purge or the vent solenoid. So what I did was I closed them. I went into the body control module, and this was on a Chevy Impala 2006. Closed those the vent solenoid, hooked up my smoke machine, started smoke testing it, and was able to close and open the solenoids, the purge solenoid and the vent solenoid, and found that the vent was not closing all the way, or it wasn't closing. You could kind of knock on it with, you know, a pencil and it might close or it might open, but that sort of thing. So I mean, this does have full bidirectional controls of evap systems. Most vehicles it will do injector cutout test and or coil cutout test. It will do cylinder cutout test on the Ford Power Strokes, the Duramaxes, and the Dodge Cummins. So if you have a common rail, you can go in through and shut down each injector by itself, which is really a nice feature. And there's a little warning telling you to not leave this in the vehicle. But I have also noticed that on most vehicles, this actually is a lot faster than we have an Autel MaxAssist Elite. And this tool is way, way faster and does a lot more. It's a lot more capable. This thing, I've reprogrammed keys on Chryslers, Fords, and been able to do it within about 10 minutes on a Ford and within about 5 minutes on Chrysler products, and I have not been able to get our MaxAssist to work. The Autel, it just kind of freezes up, and yes, it has all the updates, but this thing's just really, really quick. So and with being able to purchase just the monthly software for a while, that was good for me. I might end up upgrading this eventually to either the Max Go with the update for this, to be able to upgrade to that for about $1,000, and then it's good for the year. Or I might end up just saving up and just getting the Maximus 2.0, because that's a sweet tool as well. This is pretty quick when you graph things, whether it be O2 sensors or, you know, and obviously I do recommend using a lab scope to do most of your graphing, because it'll be a lot quicker, a lot more accurate, especially when it comes to O2 sensors and things. But being able to look at some, you know, fuel trim data on this, and the bidirectional controls is what I got it for. But yes, it will do full bidirectional controls on so far every make and model I've tried, everything from Audi, Volkswagen, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, mostly everything from about 96 up, obviously with OBD2. This thing will also read VINs automatically, and I've got it to read VINs automatically on some Chevy products all the way back to 96, some Chrysler products back to like 98, 99, and most Ford products. And this will still do power balance tests on the Fords, so it is nice when you can go through and be able to look at, a graph. Let me see. It might not let me do that in the demo, but right now I really don't have any vehicles in the shop to hook up, and that would be a long process. So maybe I can get some video next time of some, if I have to bring a vehicle and it's got a misfire, I can, hook up the camera and start filming some of that. Special functions like throttle learn, injector ID writing, actuation test, obviously injectors. You can implement it, monitor the tests. You can go through and add data on one side and be looking at the data while you're cutting things out to see if something's actually working. Like, say, a high beam switch on a Chevy, you could go into the body control module while actuating the switch with your hand, moving it up and down, the turn signal switch, and see if the body control module is actually reading what your switch is doing. So all that sort of stuff, it'll do it. It's really quick. Obviously, you can use apps, you can use the internet, order parts off this if you need to. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions on this, anything I didn't answer, I know there's been a few people asking me, hey, could you do a quick review on this, let me know what it does, if you like it. I would definitely recommend it. The thing is tough. I'm pretty careful with my scan tools anyway, but it does come with screen protectors and all that. It's waterproof, drop proof. It's got a decent screen on it. You can graph things. You can take a picture of things if you need to with the camera. Nice little home buttons and such on the side. Open tabs. Obviously, pretty much an Android tablet, but full diagnostic capabilities. So, I have been very, very pleased with this so far. And I think that my next scanner will just be a bigger, better version of this, probably the Maximus 2.0 from Matco, because I get really good support from my Matco guy, obviously, but like I've said in my other videos. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions on that, let me know, and I will try to get those questions answered. One other thing with that scanner is it also has the expansion pack of the plugs. I did buy that, so that is that kit right there, to go back all the way to OBD1. So Chrysler 6-pin, Benz, Subaru, Kia, Daewoo, Mazda, Toyota, Ford, GM, Honda, BMW, and then some of these other plugs in here, Mitsubishi, what is this one? Oh, that's just the connector for it. Nissan again, and that one, yeah, it's the Mitsubishi one. So yeah, all those plugs. That's about a $300 add-on. So for about $1,000, you can get the scanner with the plug kit, and it's a pretty capable tool. Been able to do like crankshaft position sensor relearns on Chevy Aveos, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any other questions and or comments, or you want to know anything else about that, or if you'd like to know a specific, does it do XYZ on XYZ vehicle, let me know, and I'll see if one can come into the shop. If one gets in here, I will see if I can hook it up and film a video of what, how to do a specific test. Yeah, other than that, I think that's about it for the Matco MaxMe review, and hopefully I'll be getting some more videos out here soon.